guys, it is Janelle with My Chalk Habit, and I'm ready to create something. How about you? Are you ready to join me and share in my creation tonight? I am, for once, pretty much ready to go, and I'm so excited to get jumping in and making something new tonight. So I'm going to work with a transfer I've already used, and I want to show you what I've done with it before, because the way I used it the first time was kind of unique. But now I'm going to kind of go the traditional route and do something else with it. So the transfer that I'm working with tonight is Welcome to Our Porch. And actually, let me grab the one that I'm going to use is cut into two pieces because of the way I've used it before. But let me grab the transfer, a new one, fresh in the package. Show you what that looks like. Maybe. Do what? Lift on it? It's not working. I have a cracked door that doesn't want to shut. The air conditioning is running and it keeps pulling it open, and it's making me crazy. It's a little loose. It's probably because I had that bag hanging on it. Okay.
It's because the stinking things have come out.
It's come out? Oh. Alright. Well, I mean, it's fine. I just was trying to...
Do you think?
Okay. Here it is. Hey, Candace. How are ya? How are ya? Welcome to our porch. So this is what I'm going to use. And the one that I'm using is cut into pieces because I've already used this to work on another project. This is a found surface, and I cut it into pieces, did the welcome to up at the top, and then the porch going this way, which was fun. It was fun to kind of try and line it up to make that vertical. And I think it turned out pretty cute. So anyway, I did that just to kind of try and find something that looked a little festive for 4th of July, maybe. And I think it worked out really well. But anyway, so this one will be done in a little more traditional way on just a box frame. So, hope your day's gone well, Candace. So, Candace says, hi, Rick. Hope your day off has been great. It's nice to have a day off. Or at least I would think it would be nice to have a day off in the middle of the week. You feel like you can do something. Maybe. Maybe do something. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. And I need to make sure I've got my hanger in the right place. And I am going to go with, I'm going to do, hey Kayla, I'm going to do the main part, the welcome to my porch, or welcome to our porch in black. And then the gather, chat, repeat, I'm going to use some other colors. I've got Blue Jay Blue, and this is Meadow and Bumblebee. All right. Aw, hi Sophie. Yay, the door is fixed. He's a miracle worker, that Rick Rawson. And this is actually gonna fit in here really nicely. Like it's a pretty roomy space. So if I wanted to, I could even add some additional something, a little something in there to make it fancier if I wanted to. I'll have to think about it. Maybe a flower in the corner. There'll be a lot of room down here. I could do a flower in the opposite corners. I don't know. We'll think about it. Tell me what you think. You could tell me if it needs something extra. And I thought about maybe using a different color for the lettering, but I think the black is going to stand out really nice. The background, this board that's underneath here, has kind of a funky stripe to it and some little, I don't want to call them blemishes. They're not really blemishes, but like little knot holes or something. And I think the black is going to cover over that better than anything else. We'll call, they're not blemishes, they're character marks. This board has character marks. What do you think? All right, so let's get started. Did you notice I flipped that around already? I've got my bottom piece on the top and the top piece on the bottom. And this is cut apart, so it's gonna be not a challenge to line up, but just trying to make sure that I get everything where I want it. So I'm going to pull my transfer and go ahead and fuzz it. Fuzzing a transfer gets a little bit of lint on the back just to make it a little less sticky. This transfer's already been used once, and this board has been waxed. I actually, y'all, I don't like to wax, and sometimes I can get my husband to do it for me, but I found a spray wax and I really am enjoying it. It's pretty easy to spray on and then just wipe instead of like spending a lot of time buffing on a board. So pretty handy. This is Dixie Belle Easy Peasy Spray Wax. Not like I'm endorsing a product or anything, but I just find it handy. All right. Get this a little bit fuzzy. It shouldn't be too sticky since I've used it before. Brand new transfers are usually the worst. Some just hold their stickiness a little better than others. This one feels pretty good. Still got good tack to it. I mean, you kind of want that because ideally you want your transfer to be able to be reused many times over. A good 12, 15, 20 times if you're lucky. I don't see anything weird. Sometimes I get a little piece of dog hair underneath and in the screen part, and we don't want anything in the screen. going to go ahead and take this piece and line it right up with the other one, as if it was one. So you guys, I've actually made a schedule this week and I'm going to try really hard to stick to it. I've been a little relaxed with doing my lives, and I don't really have a good reason for that. I know, shame on me, but I don't have a really good reason for that other than just not being sure of what to do, not being sure of what you all guys want to see. And so I've just kind of put it off a little bit, but I'm committed this week. I am in it to win it this week. So 3 days I will do tonight, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday's going to be an earlier day. And then Friday will be a little bit later. I'm going to try 8:30 on Friday. I've noticed that a lot of people are not necessarily watching the videos when I make them, but more maybe later in the evening. I had one person tell me, oh, I watch your videos while I'm making dinner, and I love that. That's just kind of awesome. So it's so soothing just to listen to you do your video while I'm trying to get dinner on. Okay. We'll go with that. That's fine. But if you are watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching in a replay, make sure that you comment, that you hit like. You can even share. I don't mind if you go ahead and share a video. In fact, I would love it if you shared a video. If you shared a link to my chalk habit, just because that helps more people who aren't necessarily in my close circle get exposed to the video and to the product, and helps me raise my numbers and grow my business. So any way you can help out with that, that would be awesome. Well, thank you, Candace. Sometimes I go back and I listen, I think, oh my goodness, I am beginning to sound a lot more Tennessee than I used to. Sounding a little more Tennessee than I used to, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I was looking for someone to follow, hey Lynn Rich, how are you, darling? For someone to kind of learn about Chalk Couture myself, I was looking for people whose voice I found pleasant to listen to. So I hope that my southern twang doesn't chase anybody away. But anyhow, it's all good. It's all good. So all that to say, share, like the video, and just let me know you're out there. Say something. So I know I got some little groupies on the other side of the screen, because it feels weird. It feels like talking to yourself sometimes. Okie dokie. So let's get started. We're going to start with the black and get that knocked out. And y'all, I have a question. I have an opinion question. Are you ready? This is your chance to weigh in and tell me what you think. So on this transfer, there is a line, not this, because that's where I cut the transfer in half, but there's a line right here, and there's some little dots down here in between the words. So do I do those in black, or do I pick one of my brighter colors to do those little extra pieces? What do you think? So black or some other color? Kayla, you're my biggest fan. Oh, you are my biggest fan. Thanks for being here. Okie dokie. So I'm waiting. What do you think? Line in black, just like the letters. Dots in black, just like the letters. That's my feeling. That's my gut. My gut says just do black. But maybe that's boring. I don't know. Is that boring? Maybe blue, since blue is still a nice bright color. What do you think? Kayla says color. Candace, you're kind of black and white, huh? Traditional. I think the black vote is the traditional vote. And the color is a little less traditional. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with my gut in a minute. I'm going to do the top and then I'll decide. Okie dokie. I'm going to load my black, I think, over here. And then jump on in here and try and keep this out of the gap. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull this piece off once I get this piece on. That way it doesn't have to sit and dry while I'm making up my mind about what to do with the rest of it. So just getting that on good, going back and catching some of the lines. You can see some lines where the squeegee went through the letter, and I want to kind of pull those out really quick. Because if there's a line that I can see on top of the transfer, I'm going to be able to see that on the board once I pull the transfer off. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. You know what? I've got some water over here. It's not the right size, but it'll make do for the moment. Okay. I love that black. Y'all see me bouncing? I'm bouncing because I'm excited. I love the black. Let me show you that right now. That sure looks pretty. Sorry, I'm going to pull. Are you still there? I almost shut us down. That's the last time I do that. I was going to pull the cord out of my phone and move my laptop out of the way. Oh, don't do that. Leave things be once you get started. Okay. Craft fair, yes. I'm so excited. I am so excited for the craft fair. I hope that things go well between now and then, and we're able to do that. It'll be a good time. Okay. Yeah, it totally said done with live and posting or something like that. I'm like, I did a bad thing. Okay. Now, so let's do green in the middle. I don't really want to leave that there. Do you know what? I'm going to put yellow in the middle and the more vibrant, the two darker ones on the outside. So blue gather, yellow chat, repeat, and then let's see. Let's do the blue. We'll do the line in blue and the dots in blue. We're gonna go for it. How about that? All right, Porch in Black coming up. Let's see if I can keep this off the rest of the project and only on these letters. That would be good. When I've got an edge to work with like that, sometimes I like to just kind of scooch up there really quick. And get that. Ooh, okay. I get nervous, and working on wood is not an erasable surface, so it'll be fine. It's just a little less forgiving, and if I get that chalk up on there, it's not as easy to clean off. Anything that runs over. I almost missed a spot. Okay, I'm going to chalk and peel. That means I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I have a spot that wanted to stick a little. Come on, y'all. Play nice. Good enough. Oh no. You guys. Okay. We can fix it. We can fix it. We can fix it. But we're going to go back and we're going to fix the rest of this first. So my black got a little dry. And I don't know. Let's see. I could feel it too when I was putting it down, that it just felt drier than when I did the top. Nope, that's not happening. Okay, I don't want to make it worse. So we'll just chill, we'll let that dry, and then I'll go back and lay it back down over top and catch those places where it's really worn. I don't want to make a mess. I don't want to make a mess. Okay, so gonna lay that this way for just a minute. Grab my fancy fan. Give that a little bit of a dry. And then I can set this back down over top. And go ahead and get the rest of this out of the way. And then I'll need to make sure that that porch is dry. My screen is clean and free of any of the first round. Then I can lay it back down and match it up again and have another go. Have another go with that. Those spots that are missing. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's okay. Nobody panic. This came from the Dollar Tree. Best investment ever. It's just the best because it's not hot like my embossing tool or a hair dryer. Hey Lauren. Hey Lauren, how are ya? Just making sure I was saying that name correctly. Hope y'all had a great weekend doing the Father's Day thing. I've seen a few pictures. Okay. Now, I believe my gather is supposed to be blue. And my dots are going to be blue. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. Just making sure with the 2 words that I have left that I don't wind up with any bubbles under there. And I'm going to go ahead and pull these lids off and see if I can finish these 2 pieces really quick without stopping to peel. I like that. All right. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this aside for a moment. You want to see that once really quick? So here's what I got to do. I don't know if you can even really tell. You should be able to tell. But Porch has some spots that are just a little funky, where the paste dried a little bit on the silk screen and I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to fix it. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and get it dried off. as best I can. I might have to step off camera to do that, but I'm going to give it a shot with some Clorox wipes and see if I can make this work. I don't know. Black is kind of a pain. And it might just be easier to take it to the sink. So low tech, what do you mean low tech? With the Clorox wipes? That I don't have a sink right in my room? Is that how I'm low tech? Okay, hang on, y'all. That is just not working for me. Let's try the scary part where I bring the water up next to my laptop. It's got to be better than this though, because that's not working. Okay, now you guys get to see how to clean a transfer. So you're seeing all of the steps tonight, right? Yes, it's my paper fan. Well, like I said, it works really well. It's just a Dollar Tree fan. Seriously, how awesome is that? Where else are you gonna find a crafting tool, something that you use for crafting, that's actually kind of important, other than maybe an embellishment, for $1? And it works great. And you guys can hear me over it. It's when I turn the fan on, not the fan, the embossing gun. It's really noisy. I don't like to listen to it, so I figure you guys don't necessarily like to listen to it either. It works for me. It may be low tech, but it's effective. Black ink is not my friend. It is definitely the transfers can handle just about anything, but black will stain faster than anything else. Alright, listen y'all, if I'm going to do this properly, I'm going to take this to the sink. So I will be right back. And then I'm going to use my my fuzzing cloth, the inside of my fuzzing cloth, the chamois portion, and that will dry this off really quick so that I can get this back on my board and finish up properly. So hang tight if you need to go. I totally get it, but I'll be right back. a sink in my craft room. What do you think? Could Rick Rawson pull that off? He's pretty good, but I don't know if he's that good. Okay, so the tool that I had at my sink that I didn't have in here was a board eraser, which is super handy. And I don't know if you saw before I went to the sink, how much of the black was still on there. It's not completely clean, but it is a lot better. And once I've done this again, then I'll be able to get the rest of that cleaned up better. So there's two sides. There's a terry cloth side, and then there's a side that's nice and soft and smooth, like a chamois. And I'm just gonna chamois away at this. I needed some like Jeopardy music while I was cleaning. That would have been good. Elevator music to hold time for me. Okay, just a little drier because I don't really want to add any more moisture. To make that sure that silk screen is nice and dry. Even down at the bottom, because that gather chat repeat's going to go right back on top, and if it's holding any moisture, that'll affect the project too. Okay, we're ready. Ready for a little fixing, hopefully. Hopefully. Get that down out of the way. Pull this forward, back up again. I've got a, I've got a paste without a lid that I want to take care of. I'm going to grab this black and throw a little spritz of water in there really quick and make sure it's freshened up a little bit. I feel like I add a lot of water to my paste, and that'll happen when they sit and get a little bit dry. Okie dokie. Let's give it a shot. Let me feel that. Feels pretty dry. I'm going to try and get this lined up again. Okay, and then I think what I'm gonna do is put that down there, and freshen up the squeegee a little. Do I have another big one? No, I don't have another big one. Thank you. Not sure who's still with me, but thanks for hanging out. Okay. Wipe my hands. This apron's handy. Super handy. Taking care of the messy crafter. Okay. We are good to go. Hold your breath, y'all. My biggest fear when I try to go back over something is that it will be off just the tiniest bit, and then it's not effective, and it makes kind of a little double doubling effect, and I don't want that. Doing the best I can. If I mess this up, I'm going to be sorely tempted to not work with wood anymore, although they turn out pretty most of the time. They are just not as forgiving. Yes, yes, success. You guys, that was what I was after. Yay, did it. Yay team. Okay. You guys, I'm so excited. I love it when a plan comes together. So there we go. Welcome to our porch. And you know what? I see a lot of space up at the top. So I'm thinking maybe it needs a little something up in that space. And let's see, I don't know how long I'm going, but if you want to bear with me, you can see what we can add to that. We could just do a ribbon. That would be fine too. How about we do that? We'll just leave that space and we'll put a bow up around the top. And that will take care of it. I've actually got some really awesome green that is gonna match that little green spot down there. Let's see. See? Dry your, yes, dry this before I mess with it anymore. You're probably right, Kayla. Let's do that. I am so glad that that took and I didn't get any doubling or anything. I lined that up so well, and I am a happy camper. I actually wish I had ribbon in this blue, since there's more of that blue on there as an accent. I don't think I have one that's quite that color. It's all good though. Let's see. Now you're saying, what are you digging around for now? Looking for a piece of chenille wire, fuzzy wire, to help me with my bow. Let's see if I can do this on camera. I've not had to do this under pressure before. I need a little music. All right. This. Squish it. Then I gotta turn this. So uncooperative. Wired ribbon. This. And this. This. Oh, I'm off screen. Sorry. This. I'm gonna have to get some more ribbon for my class in July. I'm gonna make this a nice big bow, big fluffy bow, I think. Because why not? And pull this out, fluff it up. My husband's out there watching A Few Good Men, and then he spins channels and he watches the newer Karate Kid, the one with Will Smith's son, and he just chortles because it's so funny. Alright, okay. You're right, I'm glad I dried that. There I go, sticking it right in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to cover over the center. It's a little uneven. I'll fix that. And okay. Turn those and hang them down. I'm going to pull my middle just a little too tight. That's okay. Spread that out a little bit. Hang my ends down. Okay. Trim my ribbon, give it a little V there. And hot glue gun. Hot glue that sucker in place. Thanks for your applause, my dear. I appreciate it. Should I take a bow? Curtsy. Hot glue gun heating up. So, what are you gonna work on next? You tell me. What's next on your agenda? T-shirt success. Check. What's next on your list? Close and tighten up my paste while I'm waiting on that glue gun. Toss all of my dirty squeegees over in my little dirty squeegee bin. I've got a little tail that I need to tuck in. I like this wired ribbon. Pretty forgiving. Don't know, gotta pick something. Grab out some chockable chips or a door hanger. Put something on a door hanger sign. Wednesday, it is currently my plan. What was I going to do Wednesday? Wednesday, I'm going to do, I think I'm actually going to do the bloom because I haven't done the bloom on a live. And so I think I'm going to do that. That's actually a transfer that's still in stock. Yay. It's getting harder to do, harder to find something that's in stock. Here, I'm going to sit down so I'm not headless. So, bloom transfer Wednesday, and I've got another sign. I don't think I'm going to do it on door tag. Maybe I'll show the door tag. But I've got another door hanger or sign that I think I'll use. And just maybe do some different colors or something for that bloom transfer. So Wednesday. Or maybe I'll find something else. Maybe I'll do a coffee sign. I've got some stuff for a coffee sign. Had some things in mind and I just haven't quite decided on it either. So there we go. Glue gun, are you coming? Please. So if you're looking at a sign, is there bow etiquette? Does the bow have to go on one side over the other? I feel like it needs to go at the beginning of the words rather than at the end of the words. Is that a rule? Is that a thing? Although it fits better on the other side. It wants to cover up the welcome, but it feels weird. I see. So I feel like there's a rule that says it needs to go up here. But it's kind of like I can get it over far enough that it's not necessarily covering up the W, but it wants to cover up the W. Whereas if I put it on this side, it's not, for some reason, not really in the way. And it's closer to that green on that side. Do you have an opinion? I'd love to hear it. Is there a rule? Right or left side? Beginning of a word or an end of a word? I feel like if there's not a rule, there should be. There should be a rule about that. I'm going to put it at the beginning. And I think my gun is ready. Yay. Thank goodness. Finally made it through this project. Give that a hold. Try not to burn myself. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to turn this around one more time. Give it a little show off. And I'll take a picture, post it on the page so that we can show off the finished project. And there it is. Welcome to our porch, start to finish. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Make sure you like and share and all that good stuff. And I hope you guys will have a great rest of the week, and hopefully I will see you Wednesday.